Viet Cong Sappers, Deadly Tunnels and Guerrilla Tactics. Title: Viet Cong Sappers, Deadly Tunnels and Guerrilla Tactics. Introduction: 100 words. During the Vietnam War, the Viet Cong proved to be a formidable adversary for the American and South Vietnamese forces. Among their many unconventional tactics, the Viet Cong Sappers, also known as tunnel rats, played a crucial role in the resistance against their opponents. This article delves into the lethal tactics employed by the Viet Cong Sappers, focusing on their intricate tunnel systems and guerrilla warfare strategies. By exploring the characteristics of these skilled combatants, we gain a deeper understanding of the challenges faced by the American and South Vietnamese forces in an unforgiving jungle environment. 1. Historical context, 200 words. The Viet Cong, a communist guerrilla force backed by the North Vietnamese, relied heavily on asymmetrical warfare tactics to combat the technologically superior American forces. As part of their strategy, the Viet Cong capitalized on their indigenous knowledge of the region and exploited the complex network of tunnels found throughout Vietnam. From the mid-1960s to early 1970s, the Viet Cong sappers operated with great efficiency in both offensive and defensive maneuvers. Utilizing their knowledge of tunnel warfare, they executed surprise attacks on American bases, infiltrated enemy lines, and launched ambushes with deadly precision. These specialists played a significant role in undermining the psychological morale of the American soldiers and creating a sense of vulnerability amidst unfamiliar surroundings. 2. The labyrinthine tunnel systems, 400 words. The ingenuity and resourcefulness of the Viet Cong can be seen in their creation of immense tunnel networks, stretching for thousands of miles across Vietnam. These tunnels served as a lifeline for the Vietnamese fighters, providing them with strategic advantages and facilitating clandestine operations. Construction and features. The Viet Cong meticulously engineered these tunnels by hand, utilizing basic tools such as shovels and bamboo baskets. They dug the tunnels deep underground, creating multiple levels to withstand aerial bombing and artillery shelling. The tunnels were equipped with booby traps, escape routes, and ventilation systems to ensure the survival and mobility of the fighters. Narrow passageways led to underground chambers where they would rest, plan attacks, and store supplies. B. Tactical significance. The tunnel systems proved instrumental in allowing the Viet Cong to launch surprise attacks and quickly disappear into the dense jungle. They could infiltrate American bases undetected, ambushing soldiers and demoralizing the enemy. The tunnels also facilitated the transportation of weapons, ammunition, and medical supplies throughout the region. American forces found it challenging to counteract these guerrilla tactics as their technological advantage was rendered ineffective in the labyrinth of underground passages. 3. Guerrilla warfare tactics, 500 words. In addition to their tunnel systems, the Viet Cong sappers incorporated various guerrilla tactics to devastate their opponents and maintain their advantage in the war. A. Ambushes and hidden attacks. The Viet Cong sappers excelled in striking their enemies unexpectedly, sabotaging American supply lines, and inflicting heavy casualties. They would often lay hidden in the jungle, waiting for the perfect moment to attack before swiftly withdrawing to safety. This strategy caused confusion among American forces, causing them to question and doubt their control over the region. B. Booby traps and explosives. The Viet Cong sappers' expertise in creating intricate booby traps and using explosives represented a constant threat to American soldiers. From tripwires to landmines, their traps were designed to maximize damage and create a psychological impact. Even seemingly harmless objects, such as rocks or baskets, could be booby-trapped, leaving American forces on edge and perpetually cautious. C. Infiltration and intelligence gathering. The Viet Cong sappers successfully infiltrated American bases and gained valuable intelligence on troop movements. This allowed them to plan coordinated attacks, target key individuals, and acquire vital resources. Their ability to blend in with the local population and gather information from sympathetic villagers enhanced their effectiveness as a guerrilla force. 4. Psychological warfare and propaganda, 400 words. In addition to their military tactics, the Viet Cong sappers engaged in psychological warfare and propaganda to further undermine the morale of their opponents. Propaganda campaigns. The Viet Cong sappers utilized propaganda to spread their revolutionary ideology and gain public support. They circulated leaflets, posters, and pamphlets, often depicting American soldiers as oppressors and the Viet Cong as liberators. These materials aimed to sow doubt among American troops and sway public opinion against the war effort. Psychological manipulation. The Viet Cong sappers were masters of psychological manipulation, exploiting the fears and uncertainties of American soldiers. They would often use intimidating tactics, such as leaving behind gruesome scenes or capturing and torturing prisoners, to instill fear and psychological trauma. These actions were intended to demoralize the enemy, making them easier targets for future attacks. C. Countering technology with ingenuity. The Viet Cong sappers faced the technologically superior American forces with limited resources. However, they used their ingenuity and creativity to develop innovative methods to counteract this disadvantage. For example, they would repurpose discarded American weaponry and equipment, adapting it for their own use. Additionally, they would improvise explosive devices using locally available materials, showcasing their resourcefulness in the face of adversity. 5. Legacy and impact, 200 words. The tactics employed by the Viet Cong sappers left a lasting impact on military strategy and warfare. The Vietnam War highlighted the effectiveness of guerrilla tactics and the importance of understanding local terrain, culture, and indigenous knowledge when engaging in asymmetric warfare. Influence on future conflicts. The Viet Cong sappers' strategies have influenced subsequent conflicts, particularly those fought in similar geographical and sociopolitical environments.